if you are given a specimen, what are the steps that you would follow to classify it? So students, animal kingdom have got varieties of species. So organisms are grouped or it is classified based on the body design or the body plan. So this classification includes, one is level of organization. So in levels of organization, all multicellular organism will show any of these. One is cellular level, tissue level or organ level. In cellular level, there are many cells present, but each cell works independently. They do not group to form a tissue. So sponges comes under in this category. In tissue level of organization, the cells group to form a tissue and they work only at the tissue level. So here we do not see an organ or organ system. So this kind of organisms are found in cnidarians. In organ level of organization, cells will first group to form tissue, tissue groups to form organ. So all organisms like Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthus, Arthropod, Chordates, everything comes under organ level of organization. So this is the first basic level for classification. Next one, based on the body symmetry. Based on the body symmetry, organisms again can be classified into asymmetry, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. In asymmetry, the organism, if it is cut in any direction, the two halves which is obtained will not resemble one another. So we call it as asymmetry. Whereas in radial symmetry, when the organism is cut through the central axis. So this is the central axis, okay. If it is cut through the central axis, the two halves obtained will be exactly similar to one another. So this kind of symmetry is shown in cnidarians. Whereas in bilateral symmetry, the right and the left part of the body is exactly mirror image of one another. So here in sagittal direction, if the organism is cut, the two halves will be identical to one another. So this kind of bilateral symmetry is found in chordates, it is found in arthropods, Aschelminthus, roundworms, etc. So this is the next level of one criteria to classify the organism. And the next one is the presence of the body cavity. Now here we can see this represents the digestive system and this is the body wall. Now between the digestive system and the body wall there is one cavity. So here you can see the cavity. Now between the digestive system, the gut and the body wall. So the cavity present between the digestive system and the gut is called body cavity or coelom. Now if this cavity is present, we call that organism as coelomates. So certain organisms do not have a cavity. This is the between the gut and the body wall. If there is no space or if there is no cavity between the gut and the body wall, they are called as a coelomate. And the last one is, there is a cavity between the gut and the body wall, but this is not a true cavity because it is not lined by the mesoderm. So such cavity is called as pseudo-coelomate. So any organism will show one of these characters. Either it will be coelomate, pseudo-coelomate or acoelomate. So this is third criteria to classify the organism. Next, suppose if the body cavity is present and based on the type of the true body cavity, organisms are further classified into protozoans and deuterozoans. So in protozoans what happens? The cavity forms from the mesoderm. For example, if we take the embryonic stage gastrula. So during gastrula the two germ layers are formed. This is the outer ectoderm and this is the inoderm. And this is the mesoderm. So if the mesoderm splits and forms a coelom, then such a coelom is called schizocoelom. In another case, the mesoderm, that the cavity is formed from the endoderm. Now this is the endoderm, okay, which develops into a gut. Now if the gut give rises to, here you can see there is a certain cells which is getting separated from the endoderm. If these cells further splits from the endoderm and extends and forms a cavity, so this cavity is called enterocoelom. That is from the endoderm, the gut region, the coelom is formed. Now, based on these nature, we can classify the organisms into levels of organization, types of symmetry, presence and absence of body cavity, and based on the body cavity, further the organism is classified. So, these are the criteria to classify the organism.